Today I'm going to show you how to thread a Consew Model 201R. And this machine is very old. I can no longer find parts for it. But for those of you who also have one of these very old machines and cannot find an owner's manual or anything like that, I'll show you how I've managed to get it to be threaded and work well. So I'm going to show you kind of the path that the thread will travel to be threaded, and I'm also going to mention some safety things. I might not always adhere to this. However, make sure your machine is off and not winding down still, because if you happen to bump the foot pedal when it's still winding down, the motor's still spinning, it could easily sew your fingers. So make sure your feet are nowhere near the pedal when you're threading. Okay, so I'm going to set my spool of thread up here on one of these holders. I don't know the names for these things because I've just done it so much, and I've never had a manual for this machine. The thread's going to come up through the bottom and then over 90 degrees out this hole here. Then it's going to come down to this post, and I'm going to thread it in at the angle. There's several different holes in this post, and this thing actually spins a little bit. So what I want to do is bring the thread in at the most convenient angle for the thread. I don't want to wrap the thread up and make it have resistance more than it already will. Then it'll come down here, and I'm going to go under, over, under, and it comes out. This is tension for winding the bobbin, so skip this one. Go to this tensioner, go in through this hole, into this little tension sandwich, and then out this other hole. Unfortunately, with the industrial machines, the nice thing is that they hold the thread in place, unlike a home sewing machine, but it takes longer to thread because you actually have to thread it through all these little holes instead of just hooking them in. There's another sandwich tension here, and there's a spring down here, so you go through these holes here, then you go down into another tension sandwich, and then up the other side, and make sure it hooks with this spring tension right here. Then you hook it in this, then you hook it in this other tension thing right above the needle, and you bring it down, hook it through this spiral hook, and then down to this hook, and then there's another hook right above the needle itself, and it's just a slip tension hook, and so you can slide it past and then in. And then the needle is in at a 90-degree angle, so the front of the needle is to the left, the back of the needle is to the right. You can kind of see how the needle has a little bit of a empty space here. That's how you can tell that it's sideways. So you'll thread the needle from left in and then out the back of the needle on the right. Okay? Let's go through the process. First, down here, 90 degrees, bring it down to the post, thread it through, and then try that again. There we go. Under. This is the 3-hole hook, and I'm trying to video record this and thread it at the same time, and I can't really see the holes. There we go. Skip the bobbin winding tension and go to the next tensioner sandwich here. Thread through the top hole over the top of the sandwicher thing, tensioner thing, and then through the bottom hole here. Now we're going to go down to the next tensioner sandwich, and this is where you want the tension to be up. So see how it opens up and closes when I push the lever down here. So when I pick up the presser foot, it also relieves the tension pressure. So when I push this, it's easier for me to thread the thread through there. Now it's gone all the way up, so now it goes down, under, and back up around. I'll let go of the presser foot, and then pull down so it's now resting on this spring. And then go under the hook, the downward hook, go around the side hook, and then up to the next hole up here, and then pull down again and wrap around the spiral hook. Then there's another hook here. You gotta go to the left and go all the way around it till you're inside the hook, and then give yourself a little bit of excess thread. Hold your thread horizontal and bring it up and hook the opening to the left, and then let it go in. Now thread your thread through the needle, the eye of the needle, from left to right, because again the needle is in sideways. And there you go. If you want to hook the thread so that it doesn't come out, you can put your presser foot down on both your bobbin and your top threads. Set them on there so it pinches it. And you're done.